And then she said, "Oh, so it gets bigger."
Welcome back once again.
Welcome back.
It's 3.18.
What, what?
We call this one Rising
Where am I moving?
Flames.
Where am I moving my face? I don't know. For now, my face is
As you
here.
can see, joining me today is
For now, my face is here.
alongside Chuck and AJ as
There
well.
we go.
Once again, bringing us all the lovely commentary of what they think about the patch so far as well. Before we begin, however, take into account that you guys
Let go.
can tweet at us today to answer Q&A at the end.
Tweet at me.
Patch.
Tweet at me,
We'll try
Hindu.
and get these guys to answer as many of your questions as possible. And for those guys that are just tuning in as well regarding the SPL, well, FDOT is actually ready right now for you guys to announce the group stages of where the SPL teams will go.
Oh
Take it
boy.
away, FDOT.
The group stages.
What's
I
up,
have
fans?
no
Matt out here bringing you all the
idea.
info about the fall split. We just watched 4 weeks of competition in which all the SPL teams really battled it out and earned points to solidify themselves seeded 1
Somebody
through
just
8.
sniffed.
We're going to take those seedings and divvy everybody up into different groups. That's what the next 4 weeks are about. 4 separate lands in which all the teams from the SPL come to Atlanta to play their faces off to see who's the best and wind up in the Super Regional.
4 separate
We've got
lands.
4 separate groups that we've divvied up teams based on their performance earlier in the split, and that's how we're going to get it done. Europe will be the first group, and that'll all start the weekend of October 7th
Bipolar
through
Method.
the 9th. The teams that we'll see there will be Bipolar Method, Team Dignitas, Fantastic, and Sanguine.
Fantastic,
Bipolar
Sanguine.
Method certainly got
That
off to
seems
great
like a
start
pretty
by being
easy
one of the
bracket.
top-end teams and getting
That
themselves
seems
locked
like
in
a
in
pretty
great group.
easy
Heading over to North
bracket.
America for the next weekend will be October 14th through the 16th. Luminosity, ALG, Eager, and the Randozos will take their stuff to Atlanta and try to see who winds up on the top of those 4.
That's us. Woo!
After that, we'll go
It'll
back
be
to
interesting.
Europe, October 21st through the 23rd.
That'll be a harder bracket
Energy
for-
take on Obey Alliance,
That'll be a harder
Crimson Crew,
bracket.
and Cyclone GG. Energy again got themselves in a nice old group thanks to their spectacular performance online during our 4-week placement period. And then the final LAN weekend.
That
will be back to
group
North
is
America.
crazy.
That'll be the last weekend.
That group, I
October
feel like it's
28th
crazy.
through the
Sword,
30th,
Denial,
right
Envy,
before
and Enemy.
Halloween.
I don't
We'll
know
see
about that
Sword,
group, dude.
Denial, Envy,
That
and
group's
Enemy.
nuts.
Don't need any costumes for that one. All 4 teams are going to be extravagant and crazy. Definitely going to want to tune in for that LAN.
Jeez.
So as far as we're concerned, all 4 weekends are going to be absolutely insane. Tons of competition and everybody really battling for the spots.
Yeah,
the coolest part
uh,
about it is some of these low-end teams,
a whole
nobody
month.
knows what happens on land. It's completely different
It's a
than
whole
online. So you
month
definitely
of land,
wanna
dude.
tune
It's
in.
crazy.
Pirates TV is a spot to watch. Esports.smitegame.com is the place to
Literally
learn. If you want any more
all-
information, make sure to follow us on Twitter.
All
at
of
SmitePlay.
October
Thanks,
is a
and we'll see you
giant
next time.
land, dude. It's crazy.
Well, there you go. Group D, definitely the group of death in the SPL right now. D is definitely for death in that one. But enough of the SPL now.
D
It's time
for
to
death.
go into the patch notes. And as per usual, we've got Chuck here, as always, to give us a rundown of the skins and what we're going to see on your screens. We're going to start things off with, well, the reason Rising Flames is called Rising Flames.
Yep.
Fire Lord Naja is finally
yeah.
here. A Naja skin!
Yo,
finally.
I
That's right.
Naja
So,
skin,
you may
dude.
notice with the skin,
It's like a
there was lot of
badass
interest in
skin.
Naja being less androgynous than
Okay.
in his
Boy.
lore.
What?
Oh, Pawn, what are you doing?
oh,
What the?
Oh, that is.
This is why we can't have nice things.
What was that?
Pawn.
Every single time!
Dude, that thing looked
Pawn,
OP.
MVP Pawn.
What
That's his
was
new name
that?
this week.
Okay, let's see.
Hello?
Apologies for that at home, guys. I don't know what that was. Naja, the new skin is available here. Fire Lord
What was
Naja.
that
New
thing?
segment. Looks
I
a
think it
little
was
bit more
scary
manly
as
there.
heck.
Yep. In fact, our internal name for the skin was Naja Manly.
Okay.
So manly.
Look
He's
how
just a
manly he
baddass
is.
now,
Yeah.
which is
That was
great.
interesting. That looked like a new god to me.
He hit puberty. That's what we're kind of looking at here, right?
Sure.
And
Yeah,
we're calling him a
he's
her.
just so gender determinant, you know.
To be fair, when I started casting this game, I was calling it a she. I've got to say that. I thought
No,
it
there's
was
a lot.
she.
Actually,
have
there's
all
a
done
lot
it.
of people on the team that still can't just
Get it right.
remember that Naja
It
is.
happens.
Well, they'll know now when they see this skin in
That's
game.
a pretty
Now,
sweet
this
skin,
is
actually.
going to be able to be purchased in game, correct, AJ?
That's an
That is
A+
part of the
skin.
Odyssey.
This is not part of the Odyssey. This
Is
is
it in a
going to
freaking
be
chest?
no chest.
You
This
just
is
buy it?
direct
Just buy it.
purchase, anytime, all the time, forever. You can be manly Naja.
Yep. If you want your Naja to be
Anytime,
manly, you can
forever.
just make it happen.
Just get him.
Do it,
And
dude.
he's got obviously abilities with this one.
I'll be getting that.
Focuses on this skin. Obviously, I can see a bit of a color difference this time around
Just
as
a
well.
little bit of extra manly fire. It's black and orange, you know, just to make it a little bit more dramatic, kind of go with his
I
black
do
and
like how
gold
it's kind of like a
red
legendary
look.
skin
It would have
too.
been funny if we would
The
have
black
girly
and gold
colors,
type.
even though he was
Oh,
very
that's
manly in this one. That
sweet.
could have just kept the
With
conversation
pink
going.
fire, yeah, just
We
so
got to go
confusing.
all out manly on this one. So check this out.
Oh, he's got voice. Oh, that
Did
passive.
you notice anything there?
I saw some flowers. It looked like flowers.
Pon, let's see that again.
Show me the flowers, Pon.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh.
So we actually updated the UI for Neja's ult. This is for all of the Naja skins. This is not just going to apply to this skin. It's going to be
That's
all
cool.
of them.
Oh, really?
And we had some circles that were a little old and are a little harder to see, and we gave that a whole new facelift for
was
this
cool.
petal theme that is very, reminiscent of all the rest of Neja's ability. And
So
lore.
when the
Nice.
petals filter full, you click the button, you get the crit.
Yeah, it's the very same rules. It's gray circle, was before a
Hey,
gray circle,
his
then it
ultimate
turned blue
looks
when
like
you want
fire
to
on
hit,
the
and then it
ground.
turns red
Whoa.
when you
Yeah,
hit.
look at that passive
wait.
meter.
The same thing is here now.
Pedaling.
It's going to have a gray petals building up. It turns blue, and you click during the blue window, and you get your hits.
I do love the sash on this one, Chuck. He just looks like he's following him around like a little pet snake or something in the background the whole time. A little more threatening too, I say, with this one.
Anytime we can replace
That
agent
Naja
art
skin's
like
sweet
this,
though.
those
It's
criticals,
sweet.
with something new and showing off our new team, I like it.
Pretty sweet.
Last little look at the ultimate as well. Now, obviously, you heard, are you afraid of heights? He's got a bit more of a manlier voice this time round as well, as you can tell.
Oh,
and he's
do
also
it.
got a voice
Give me
back
that
to come
voice
with
pack.
this one too.
I want to melt. Let my panties drop.
Can you get that right, Pom?
Hey,
Good.
that was wild. You're awesome. How triggered are you
Was his
right now?
woohoo
He's just
whoopee?
How triggered are
Is
you
that,
guys?
is that a taunt?
Are you just gonna stand there?
Was
Okay,
it- I'm
I'll
Your
let you go
therapist,
first, buddy.
Naja.
My
I'm
testicles
like my wheels.
receded
Too hot
actually.
to handle.
Absolutely no panty dropping has
Around her
occurred.
for exercise.
Not even a
You
little.
compete with me. At least you have a goal, if an unrealistic one.
Not
Attack left
even
flank.
a little, dude.
Burns.
What's his woohoo?
I see what you did there.
Whoopee! Whoopee! Whoopee!
Yeah, that's the manliest thing about this skin.
That's,
right
yeah,
there.
that's pretty,
That's a child in him still, just
Yeah.
still there, hanging
Whoopee.
on.
pretty badass.
Oh, God.
Whoopee!
Him saying triggered, chat has now been triggered.
Yo, light up that
Now
light up that
everyone
spear
is
for me.
triggered.
Again. Oh, wait, how many people are triggered?
A
Chat
considerable
is so
number.
triggered right now.
So we get that trail
That's-
added to it.
Oh, that trail's awesome.
Yeah, the
How
effects
difficult
team.
are those effects to do, Chuck? You know, with actually getting that animation
Feels
stuff right.
bad.
Is it very difficult?
I mean, it's not that much more difficult than the original skin. It's just kind of a visual reimagining of stuff. It's a little more tricky when you're doing
Oh,
it
boy.
the first time, especially the
He
trail
got a
type stuff,
Neja
which
achievement.
is very animation
Woo!
dependent. And
Whoopee!
faster things are kind of harder to deal with, and it's a little complicated.
Well, Pom Pom got his first achievement ever in the game of Smite there, as you saw
I
on
did
your
it.
screen.
Watch this.
Good job, Pom Pom.
It's
Yeah, we watched
was it
something
the
earlier
I
on, I'm
showed
sure.
the wrong thing achievement?
Yeah, that's how you unlock it. It's really exclusive.
That's a Pom-Pom only achievement, that one too.
Shows
Okay,
the
though,
wrong
next up,
thing
after the
achievement.
Naja, we still have more skins to show you. And this one is Monster Trainer Erlang Shen.
This was a
He's a-
completely unique IP
Yeah,
construct that we came up with.
He's a
So
freaking Pokemon hunter!
yep. That's
We wanted to be
so
the
we got.
very newest.
Yep, it's a guy
Completely
who
whatever it was,
that's right.
goes to the Great
Oh
Wall of
my
China
God.
and captures monsters, particularly this
He's literally
looking dog.
See what Twitch
Pokeshed,
says is our real test. To show it is our cause. Perhaps. Perhaps. And here he is in game.
That's a
now
sick
as well.
skin,
He's
dude.
on a mission to
What's-
collect and transform into a variety of exotic animals.
What's the dog called again?
Well, I believe you named him Bobo
I did
during
name
a
because I
pet
didn't know his
show.
name. I was like,
Oh my God.
His name
Ash,
is
is that
actually-
you?
His name,
Well,
his name is Howling Celestial
rip,
Dog,
dude.
but he
High
has
Red's
a
getting
translation
sued for all
right.
they
You know
got.
how to pronounce the original.
Sued for
HSD.
everything.
No,
I
wait,
call him
HCD.
Bow.
Bow. So I just saying Bow Bow. I just say his name twice with an accent. That's what it
His
was.
name is like Howling Celestial Dog in Chinese, which
the-
sounds like a name.
The
but-
reason I'm bringing up Celestial Dog is the fact that he's got those runes almost on him, like lightning marks on him as well, which I
yeah,
really
that's
do
his
like.
typing.
All
For
right,
this
then.
skin, he's named Bruce.
Bruce.
Sure, we'll
Did
call
you
him
just make
Bruce.
that now, Chuck? Did you just make that up? Well, if you want to
No,
play with Bruce,
the internal working name was Stanley,
Oh,
but
really?
it didn't feel good.
He
Stanley.
doesn't feel like a Stanley.
So there's a turtle. We see some color changes on the turtle.
yeah. He's not got cannons though, so that's good.
That is true.
Original IP, remember?
Also on
I
the...
love how the turtle always looks so.
Oh my
uncomfortable
God!
when
If the
he's flying
turtle
through
would
the
have
air.
had cannons on it, that would have been it. That would have been it.
So
Ow, my ears. Wow.
Erlang Shen used surf.
So yeah, we got some pretty
That
sweet
would've been it,
high-tech
dude.
effects changes. for
It almost
Monster
like,
Hunter.
it looks like
so
the ground is
funny.
an arena at certain
Yeah.
points of that too. I really like that idea. Very original.
Get a very similar feel for the battle arena.
Or a Coliseum almost.
Yeah, perhaps. That's a good word.
Coliseum's definitely
Now
very, very mythology based too.
This
Now,
is
if
so
Naja is on
damn.
the other team, he has a red and white color scheme, which is another intentionally unique.
I was about to ask, will we see potentially in the future, Chuck here, rival monster trainer skin come
You
out?
know, I don't know.
A
If
rival
we have more
monster
guys that
trainer.
have pet dogs that turn into animals,
Scotty has a pet.
Scotty!
which is unique to Erlang Shin and his lore.
Right. Scotty doesn't transform though.
Oh
true.
my
But she
God,
does have a
dude.
monster that is trained.
She does.
Well, if we go quiet for a second here, just use those abilities again, Papa, because he does say different lines here that are very interesting references. Not you
Ymir.
What?
I am the animal's keeper.
Okay.
You're caught.
He's catching people.
I'll take good care of you.
He's actually capturing enemy players in this.
I won't force you to fight other animals to the death.
Well, the working name, if we do a rival shit for Scotty's dog, would definitely have to be Gary, I think.
Gary.
That you
Yeah.
Bruce and Gary.
I thought we were
Steve, maybe,
referencing things.
Steve.
Okay, voice pack time.
is
boys and girls,
ridiculous,
Pop-Pop,
dude.
Take it away.
Woohoo! You're a beast. Totally awesome. I'm so punny. You're just unbearable.
Wow,
There shall
that,
be no more endangered animals.
Dude, rip high risk
I won't allow
studios,
you to
dude.
harm anyone. Did
Pretty
you
sure
hear
there's
about the lion that
Toad.
ate the comedian?
Totally awesome.
His stomach felt funny.
Oh.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side, duh. Hate animal jokes? It's ear elephant.
What?
oh, God.
I
That was
thought
actually physically painful.
I thought we cut that one actually. I honestly,
We're actually done.
I'm pretty. Yeah, we need Neja to ask if
Feels bad,
chat is
man.
triggered again because chat is triggered.
Can we
I'm
just,
triggered.
You rock, cancel that. What about I'm the greatest?
Ear.
EG?
You know, that'll
I
be
do
great.
not hear
when
it
you're
anymore.
just-
Pom
when
Pom,
you're
why do we not hear
trolling
it,
your
Pom Pom?
team.
Did you buy the full voice
See,
pack?
that is actually production now. It's
Yeah.
not even me.
You're part of production, you know.
We're
I'm
open.
so
Wow.
funny.
There it
You're
is.
a beast. Cancel that.
And there you have it.
There you have it.
The monster
We need to
trainer,
move on to a
Monster
new
Long
skin. This
Shen,
is killing me.
Punny skin available
actually
in the next
killing
patch.
me.
Part of the Odyssey as well, I believe.
He is, yes. So in this patch is when the Chinese
And-
venue of the Odyssey is opening up. Erlang Shen being the first skin for it, and the next one will be.
Well, why do you announce
And you won't
it,
even
AJ?
have to leave your house and walk around, you know?
There it is.
Yeah, we've seen that one before.
Quick
right?
night out.
The dragon
Wow,
looks
it's a
sick.
long
He looks
skin.
okay, but the dragon looks sick.
That's pretty awesome.
Another one.
Yes.
So,
That card's
yeah, the interesting thing about Ao Kwang skins is that it's Ao Kwang, and that's why we don't have that many of them. This started off...
When you say that, why
yeah.
is it that we don't have too many then? When you say
Because
that,
Ao Kwang turns into a giant dragon.
that's true. So it takes a lot of work
Yeah.
to play to the dragon
Yes.
too. I
Yes,
guess.
it's a lot.
skin the god, skin the dragon. as
So
well.
this kind of started off as a fairly low tier skin.
Yeah, I did.
But it just
I can
kind of
see
kept
it.
going, and we kept adding more things, and
Yeah, there's a
then
schedule
we
for
added
tier
an
2,
entirely
right?
other dragon, and then man, it just we really ended up with some.
It actually looks pretty cool. Look at the floating. He's on a gear, which
Already
is
it's
pretty
like
sick.
a steampunk sort of skin here, you know, with the cogs and things going
Yep.
on with it, and the monocle.
That's pretty cool.
Right, and his
Likes.
flying disc.
I have heard the voice pack for this, and I'm very disappointed, but it's okay. We'll get past that later
How
on.
dare you?
I know, I'm very
Wow.
offended, trust me. Because you can guess where it's going now.
Chronos
This all
Ao
looks like
Kwang,
it
dude.
has a false sense of depth. It's really cool.
The turning cogs at the bottom is the most interesting thing for me. What's the
Yeah.
most difficult, outside of
Yeah,
probably making
those
the
turning
dragon
cogs
version
are
here, what's
sweet.
the most difficult thing
It
about
looks
the
like,
skin
yeah.
Ao Kwang?
it's-
Ao Kwang. Well, okay, the dragon is really the main thing, but Ao Kwang has a lot of very specific particle systems. He's got a lot going on.
You were supposed to say that, but when you're just spoiling things already, that is amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
the dragon looks
The
good.
Clockwork Dragon came
Yeah,
out
so
really
there's
well.
That's
there's the clockwork
creepy
dragon. We went ahead and
looking,
used
actually.
the second dragon and not the original Chinese tube dragon, just because we thought it would work better. Making a
Kinda
clockwork
creepy, dude.
tube was not going to be nearly as cool.
It is amazing.
Yeah, the big fantasy dragon I think works really well for this one.
Yeah, the way
That's
it's
sick.
all
Look at
those
focused as
wings.
well is beautiful.
Those are really cool.
Really a steampunk focus.
Yeah,
and
nice pawn.
nice little rotation there to really show off. The
I think it's
beauty
creepy
of the
looking,
evil
dude.
Ao
And
Kwang.
That's gross.
Zon's artistic
Ugh.
use of slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what happens when you get crazy with the dev commands.
We can't slow-mo dragon.
You're
I've
just when we were complimenting you,
Yeah,
you
well,
crashed
Pon,
the client.
please!
Oh, jeez.
He did
How
pull
triggered
off.
are you right now?
I'm pretty triggered
I'm
right
triggered.
That
Pon,
was a series of
please!
awesome dev moves, though. He had to go slow-mo, then hit the ultimate, then go up in the air, then do
Yeah.
camera
Free cam.
roam.
I was
Yeah,
really
like,
proud of
All
myself.
in the same ability. Like,
And then you broke the
that was
That's what I get
impressive.
for trying to be fancy.
You just blew it out.
Classic Pon, dude.
So while he's fixing that, I guess we'll have to come back to the one in a little while, Pom Pom.
Yep.
Thanks very much. Although there is other abilities on that skin as well. We only saw the 3 in the ultimate as well. Obviously, the one with the illusion has effects, as does the
Classic,
2
yeah.
as well. The dragons around him all have different effects with that as well.
Classic
And the voice
showing the
pack,
patch
as it
breaks
is
the
part of Odyssey.
client.
We can actually bring up, though, in the
Classic.
meantime, Ao Kwang, while we were doing this skin, we also updated the mastery card for Ao Kwang as well on his
That looks
SPL.
cool.
Yay.
Stop
Yeah, so
making
as-
Ao Kwang look cooler. I don't
As
want
we
people to play him.
established
Ever.
last show, we're going to attempt to update the masteries for all the guys in the patches that they're getting skins. And I personally was waiting for Ao Kwang to get updated.
That's a sick
Played him
one.
a lot, so.
He looks
That
really,
is
really
Chuck's
good.
favorite god, I
It is.
believe.
What's your favorite skin? I
It's
don't
his
know, Chuck.
main.
I mean, I use
That's a sweet one.
Dark Knight because I made all the effects for that.
Ah. Did
I
you
like
make
the
all
color
Did
scheme
you make
on
all the
it.
effects of the steampunk version?
I did not.
No?
I did not. I don't get to do that now. Yeah.
You
Way to make
get
me
promoted.
sad.
You get
I'm sorry,
promoted,
I'm
and
sorry.
that's
yeah,
what happens.
that's what happens.
Yeah, we
you
just
know.
do
We
that
took
with
those
these
privileges
stuff.
away from Chuck.
So while we're waiting for Pompon as well, I'll just quickly go over the achievements next, because you all love the achievements, and to show these guys here alongside me will be able to help me out with those achievements too, as we look through them, and you can give me some advice on how we do them. Naja will be the first one.
Oh
that we have a
God,
look at
we're
here.
starting with
Choose
our
a crowd
achievements.
As Naja bounced universe ring toss between 2 enemy gods, hitting at least twice.
Grats.
Hitting each.
At least twice.
Sorry.
This is a
You've
fun
made it
one,
far,
though,
it's fine.
because you know you get in that situation where
These
you
are
get trapped against a
extreme
Najah, just with your other
achievements.
teammate, and the rings just go bump, bump, and it just feels like it hits you a million times.
Does it,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect turrets.
I want to get to reinforced Greaves nerfed.
I don't.
You gotta go
The
turret
Tsunami
gods.
buffed.
Well, no, it says 2 gods on the
Terra
achievement, I
nerf,
believe,
And
so-
on top of
Nemesis
that, it says,
nerf.
watch, this is the other Naja achievement. As Naja stun an enemy
Cupid
using
rework.
auxiliary slash, then
Random Hunter buff Artemis
just that
attack
your
speed
classic
increased
combo training
by
achievement.
These achievements are so
0.01
easy to achieve.
in order
Well,
to
some
make
of
her
them
a
are
better
just to
late
train
game
you
hunter.
on the god in a very, strong
That's
combo.
what I
And we're
want
going
to
to see
see.
a lot of Naja people coming out as well now, I guess, especially with this new skin coming through. And
Yeah, I think so.
a little bit more manly versions of those as well. Following that up, we also have Kronos with Rewind. As Kronos, use your ultimate while you're below 15% health and return back to full health.
Oh, wow, that's
so that's
a
kind of
lot.
a timed version, that really, more than anything else.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's.
That means you gotta take a ton of damage.
That's a hard one.
I got you. When Clockwork Ao Kwang tries to 100 to 0
hard
you,
one.
and just before he goes to the execute,
Yes.
you ult and get all the way back to 100%.
Battleground of the clocks.
As long as you get it before the warm up.
That's actually pretty good. The Hands of Time, as Kronos get a kill with each quadrant in your passive
That's an
Wheel of
interesting one.
Time. That's actually very difficult.
Yeah, that's very
Some of those
interesting. I like
quadrants
that
are easier
one.
than others, for
I
sure.
don't-
The
don't-
Kronos
I'm just like,
achievements
okay,
are
yeah,
hard,
use
dude.
Sobek's Pluck.
Is that what it says? I think
mean,
you have to
that's-
hit a lot of
oh, it's
plucks.
like, use
That's a
Lick on
tough
the wall.
achievement, actually. It's a lot of plucks.
But that one, Hand of Time, is really rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even during the
that's-
mana regeneration one, that means you need to get a kill
Exactly.
while it's active.
And the final one for the achievement section
Oh.
here is obviously we're fixing Pompon, who's broken, as per usual. Sylvanas, feel my
Sylvanas?
wrath, as
Oh.
Sylvanas knock up 3 or more enemy gods with your ultimate.
That
can feel
badass
my
Angry
wrath.
Grover icon is
The icon
is
Seriously.
sick.
I agree with you.
That's
That
a new,
icon
like,
is
that's
sick,
a new
dude.
default
And
picture
the
right
final
there.
one on the achievements for you boys and girls at home is Rooted, as Sylvanas root 20 enemy gods in a single game.
Oh boy.
Guys are landing them.
Quite a long game, that.
Gotta have lots of skill
But
shots.
there's only 5
That's
gods
like
in the
a pop-up
game.
Yes, so I think I actually have gotten back to the game. I'm going to stay
Classic.
within the dragon form just because I'm afraid.
It's alright, we gotta see the other
Well, we've still
effects
got to
on
see
the
the
voice pack.
abilities yet,
Yeah.
Pompon.
Here we go.
Hello.
Here he is.
Okay.
Here he
And
is.
there we go.
All right,
back to the
Pod.
Clockwork Ao
You can
Kwang
do
skin
this.
one more time here. We've already seen the dragon, but we've got a few other
Hey,
abilities to show
no
you
sound.
off as well that Pompon generously decided
And
not to show us to
sound.
begin with.
So here's his basic attacks. Are those bubbles?
Those are like little
Cogs.
gears.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're little gears.
Oh, they are. They're
the illusion?
gears.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah, that's what I wait to see.
That's cool.
I believe the cogs also sprout out of the ground. There you go. You see it as it detonates as well. Cogs do come off.
I like the lightning
That's
coming
pretty
out of
cool.
the
I like
ground.
And his usual dragons.
And
Kind of
normal
difficult to make
dragons.
the dragons any different without making sure you can understand what they are.
If you
Yeah,
fire,
yeah.
them, Pon, take a shoot him at
Fire upon.
That's
they
definitely a
have-
different color
Yes.
on that projectile, yeah.
There's a different treatment on that, yes.
And not only like we said, show the ultimate one more time, Pond.
Alright.
Pond's getting all the achievements today.
Yeah, man.
Fail at doing his
Sprees.
job and still gets
Killing
achievements.
spree silver.
All
Getting a
these
fresh account
achievements.
must be
It's
nice.
especially challenging on AI non-mobile Odins that can be spawned
Oh,
at
you
will.
can't even hit that other Odin. That's
Yeah,
too...
it's sad.
Yeah, I know, right?
Feels bad.
Oh, there we go.
Well, we've
Yeah,
also got
not
the voice
bad.
back as well, though, Pom Pom.
Yeah, let's
If
hear
you're
it.
ready with
Pretty
this
cool.
one.
Not my favorite, but pretty cool. But
I know
Your
everyone's
aces.
commenting about the baby dragons being the same, but they're even the same on the other skin.
Your aces! Brilliant!
That's just the thing.
I'm the dog's bullocks. I'm the dog's bullocks.
Is that I'm the greatest?
I'm going to ask Tina why he's the dog's bollocks.
As I understand
I'm
it,
the
that's a
dog.
saying they use across the pond.
Yeah, why do you think I said I love
he's
this
British.
voice back? Yes, he's British.
Are
and
they
says-
saying that that's the best part of the dog?
Is that what
I don't
people
know why
say?
they had the saying.
I mean, we
but
do.
he's saying it because they have the saying.
But it's not often we say it.
But does it mean I'm great?
I mean, yeah, but it could also be used negatively too.
Or sarcastically?
Like, he's the dog's bollocks?
Yes. That's bollocks is
it-
another saying that we can also say across the pond too.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that
It's a very
one.
interesting voice pack, this one, boys.
Anyway.
I'll tell you that much.
All right.
The English people right now are like, what the hell?
We got a bit more to go through.
I don't even know.
Is that an
dude.
English saying? I'm not-
Grind my gears.
Nice.
You're a right wazzock.
That's what
I'm
I'm
the
saying.
dog's bullocks.
I've never heard Wazzock said in the UK before.
Is that Australian, maybe?
Maybe.
We got mixed
Tim
up.
doesn't know the difference between UK and Australia.
She's our most international designer, too.
How many assistants does it take Tesla to screw in a light bulb? Tesla doesn't need light sockets.
Electricity
Why are
jokes.
so many steampunks fashion icons? They have the best gear.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And there you have it, boys and girls.
Feels bad,
Oh,
dude.
the laugh.
Oh, that's a go. Do laugh spam.
Feels bad. Oh no.
He's got something wrong with his neck though when he does that. Do that again.
That's pretty good. He's just cackling.
His poor neck.
Oh,
Should have
he's-
whiplash tomorrow.
His neck snaps, dude.
At least it was
His
worth
neck
while
just
to get a good chuckle out of
snaps.
it. That's the Ao Kwang skin for you guys. It's going to be part of the Odyssey, as we mentioned before. And we're going to go into the item balance of the game.
Yeah.
We
now.
gotta see the mastery skins in game.
The
Yeah.
mastery skins?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have those in game?
I want to see
think I have
those.
those set up.
Pop
No,
it in.
I want
I
to
mean, we
see
got the
the
cards, so we
changes
should
to
have
the
the
game
masteries.
pod.
There we go.
This is
Look
Ao
at
Kwang.
that.
Son of a
Every time we
gun.
have the
Get
actual
some,
stuff.
that looks
I thought
pretty
it was just
sweet.
icons that got updated. This-
No,
it's
no,
the
no.
That looks
colors.
pretty sweet.
Oh.
Skins.
Nobody wants to see gold and legendary.
Yes,
Oh, come
thank
on.
you.
Listen to Chuck.
Legendary is where
Legendary
it's
is
at.
badass.
Listen
Yeah.
to Chuck, he's in charge of
Have
the
to
art.
go through all of them.
Yeah, we have to see the gold so we can
Oh,
appreciate the
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
So he
Nice.
does no more solid golden face
Very
for
regal.
Ao Kwang.
Yeah.
Those faces are
That's pretty
I was
sweet.
about to say that, yeah.
It's fleshy in,
yeah.
in
It's
color.
dragon flesh.
Now, what I want to see is the diamond, because that was my least favorite of the original Ao Kwang Master.
You are Diamond Ao Kwang, right, Charles?
Oh my gosh.
So you could be rocking this one now.
Yes.
I like the
I
team.
still like
That's just his
legendaries
hair.
more.
I wanna see the
personally.
dragon.
The legendary was hot.
That's a
though.
good question. That's a good point.
Let's see.
Are
Oh,
the
wait,
dragons
the
other
dragons chip?
colors on the other skins or just diamond?
Don't
Will
get...
pawn crash
On
again?
all of them.
Oh no.
I will try not to crash.
Please don't crash, Pom Pom.
You'll be fine.
Just don't do slow-mo.
Yeah, don't do slow mo.
It's
I
probably
I actually
slow-mo.
think it's camera roam.
That maybe
In
that
the
too. Don't
air.
do any of those.
Maybe it's oh. Chat doesn't look at them. They're just now they've gone on a tear.
What's wrong
What
with
are
chat?
they?
Z-
They're
Saying, Chuck?
ZZing about? What are they ZZing about?
God, I don't
Mastery
wanna-
skins, I guess.
All they do is ask us for more mastery skins, though.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
diamond
there it is.
dragon.
That is
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
diamond
sweet.
dragon.
That looks
All
pretty
right.
good.
That doesn't look
Nice.
very good.
Legendary dragon probably looks better, honestly. Yeah.
Cool.
Diamond to for show, legendary dragon. I'd agree with you.
Okay.
Legendary is the best
Give
skin
me
in the
that
game.
clue there.
Thank
I
you so
agree.
much for joining me,
What
gentlemen.
is this for?
These three will be back at the end of
Okay.
the show to talk through any questions you guys have. You can
I don't
tweet
care
at
about
us,
that part.
hashtag
I wanna go
SMITE,
through
all one word. We'll read through your questions
balance.
and give you as many answers as we can
Items,
at the end of the
nerfing
show. But for now,
Witchblade,
it's time for me and Pon
nerfing
to get back to what we
reinforced
usually do,
shoes.
and that's do terrible things with the game.
Well, I'm actually a little sad because I missed
Insult
out on
each other?
achievements. That's what I'm used to looking forward to.
I'm sorry,
Cupid
Pon, but
rework.
Don't make mistakes. You get to do
Let's
the
go.
achievement. You know, one day you'll get on the set, but you can't even do a simple thing that make the computer. So into game we go. Well, into the patch we go here, and items are here
Okay.
right now. We're going to
This
start
is where
things
I
off
might
straight
get in the
away, Pom Pom,
way.
with Hydra's Lament.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be in the
this
way?
patch is going
Question
to
of
have
the
the
day.
first buff, and it's going to be
Yes.
increases MP5
Going
by
up here.
2.5 per 10% of your missing maximum mana. Not only
Increases
that, it's also going to get a
MP5.
physical power buff from 30 to 40.
Wait, what?
What's the reason, Pom?
Yeah, so Hydra's Lament
Why
was
are
kind of an item
they-
that was really, really situational. You had to be a character who could make
Why
use
are
of
they
cooldown
giving it
reduction, who used basic
MP5?
attacks in between every single ability cast, and then you had to have some form of augment to really make that bonus attack power worth it. Loki had it with backstab, but even he was questionable with it.
Increase
and so it was just
MP5.
simply too niche for what it did.
missing
So we're kind of
that.
giving it a new
I mean-
identity while allowing that niche to be kind of a nice bonus if you can make use of
I
it.
Did
guess.
you see this maybe replacing some of the gods picking up Transcendence at all?
It'll be interesting because Transcendence gives way more power and it gives way more base mana.
10
And
more
so way base mana
damage,
just
but,
means that you
like,
can cast more, where this one
I
is
don't
gonna
see that
have
making a big
little bit
impact. The only
overall
impact is
rate
10
cast
damage.
more.
Okay.
It's also got cooldown reduction.
10 more
so
damage.
It's a
That's
little
all
bit
the
different
impact.
in where you'll use it.
Who
If you're
gives
looking
a
for just
crap
a whole
at
bunch of power, you
MP5?
have really good scaling. It's going to be what
gives
you're
a
going to want to
crap?
get if you're looking for some
Nobody
cooldown reduction
cares
and
about
regeneration,
MP5.
and you can make use of this passive. You probably want to pick this up.
Well, Loki mains might be grinning a little bit there. However,
Yeah.
a lot of people that have been very upset just lately are going to get the best news ever today.
you
We're
go.
going to do reinforced greaves and reinforced shoes next. Now, first of all, Pom Pom, we buffed them last patch.
Yes, we did.
And what we do in this patch?
We're nerfing.
So we're nerfing them.
nerfing.
them again.
I am shocked. Are you shocked?
Shocked.
Thought you would be. That's community. What's the reason for the nerfs and what's the aim of these nerfs?
So when we initially buffed it, it was because we kind of wanted the tank boots to become used. They were
Yeah,
largely
they
ignored.
did.
People hadn't used them
They
in
did,
months,
Pon.
if not ever.
They
That's
became
just because there was a
real
lot better
used.
options there, and the better options were I want more gold regeneration than I want tankiness, and we wanted an option for the players who want to play tanky to have that choice.
Yeah.
And so we buffed it to give it a little bit more protections, and that
A
kind
little
of-
bit.
that
25
made it too much because
of
base
each.
150 health on assassins and squishy mages and warriors is really good, and it makes the protections really good. Whereas if it didn't have any health or had lower health, the protections wouldn't be nearly as good. And so we're taking some of the health away, and we're also adjusting how the passive works to make it so that really only characters who are base tanky already are going
Why
to
are
really
you
be able to make
taking
use
the
of this.
health
Well, the first thing to
away?
mention is that the reinforced
take the
greaves
power
was the first
away!
change, the only individual change of these two beats, where the power of the reinforced greaves, the physical version here, is going to drop
Okay.
from 15 to 10.
There
What's
you
the reason
go.
for that, first of
See,
all?
there you go.
We want to make
Okay.
it match the lowest possibly that it could be, because these are tank boots, these aren't meant to be
Yeah.
offensive.
There you
and
go.
so that just matches the tier 2 power, which is the 10.
Now, both sets of these boots, then, reinforced greaves and reinforced shoes, are going to have the following changes done to them. Reduce the health from 150 to 75. That's a 50% decrease. On top of that, reduce
is
the crowd
happening?
control reduction from 30
I want them to be
20%,
usable.
10% decrease. And finally, the passive. The protection's reduced from 5 per stack to 3 per stack, and increase the maximum amount of stacks from 5 to 6.
Yes.
So that's 18 for each side of
So they're
protection.
just bad.
18.
Oh,
so-
but, it takes more stacks as well together.
Yeah, so the big thing there is less health means it's going to be less valuable on characters who are squishy kind of to begin with. So you kind of need to be tanky to make use of these. And then you also have to get hit more to
So
actually
they're
get the
just
full
bad
benefit,
again.
and the full benefit is less than it was before. So you're not going to be able to get
back to Solari Boots it
You're
is.
also going to have 75 less health.
All you had to do was
If we'll
remove
have
the
any
power
more
on both of them to
icons
0.
on Twitter this week.
And
All
I
you
like
had to
that.
do.
That was
I know
fun.
you did. I know you did.
All
We
you
got
had
in
to
on it.
do.
The
We
thing
like
is,
the
though,
nerf fat
if we
ones.
do that regularly, Pom Pom,
All
everyone's
the
going to be changing
power.
something every single patch to make sure they get it in the patch. Void Shield up next
Yep.
for
Oh,
the nerf
get
battle again.
Void
Oh,
Shield
nerf
outta
this,
here.
boys, at least for a little while.
Nerf
Void
it!
Shield is going to have its cost increased by 100 gold, making it 2,700 total. And not only that, the reduced physical protections from 50 to 40.
Yes. So we actually recently buffed it so that it had extra
Better.
penetration on the aura.
Better.
And that made it a very valuable option for people who want to be offensive, because
Good.
2010 is really good, especially when you can share
Good.
that to your entire team.
See, now Void
It also
Shield
had
you
power
could
and
still
protection,
pick
so
up.
You could kind of get into a fight.
You
stay
can
alive
still
for a really
pick
long
up
time,
Void
provide
Shield,
this huge
you know what I'm
DPS
saying?
increase for your
But
team.
it's not
We
broken
like that
anymore.
it's a design that can give you a huge DPS
That's great.
increase, but the survivability
You can
is
still
too much,
use it, it's
so we're
still
tuning
good,
that
it's
down.
just not
And we're also
broken.
making it a little
That's
bit more
a
expensive,
great
so you have to commit
change.
a little bit more to this.
That's a
Well,
legitimate
that's not
change
the
to an
only thing that's
item.
getting nerfed in terms of physical defense here as well. We're
Awesome.
gonna
That's a
have
good change.
also getting changed this patch. No cost adjustment
Yeah,
on this, but it
it's-
is going to drop a little bit
yeah.
in physical protection from 60 to 50.
Yeah,
Just
which
off that
blade
point.
is just too
Yeah, and so
strong.
the big thing there
It is
is
still gonna be
um,
strong, dude.
It's a very
It's
powerful aura
still
effect, kind of like
OP.
Void Shield,
Yep.
where this aura effect is
That
very
doesn't
focused,
affect
so
my
it's
build at
damage.
all.
And at 40 protections, it wasn't giving you enough protections because like that's not all the physical damage you're going to face in an entire game.
50 's
So you
still
brought it to 60,
fine, dude.
that's a little bit
Windblade's
too much,
still
so now bringing it down to 50 so
strong.
that you can still be killed with this item, but it's very still good at countering what it's supposed to counter, which is the basic attack builds.
So let's changes to all the items this patch, and we'll move on towards the god palettes now. I think the items so far pretty much
wow, that was
things
it.
people have asked for so far.
Yeah,
Onto the
rip
gods we
reinforced
go.
greaves.
Papa, before we even get into the gods here, which one is your favorite? Just say the first letter of the name. Your favorite change.
My favorite change?
Favorite change.
It's actually probably C.
Oh, really?
C. I think it's interesting.
Okay. Mine's R.
R.
I'll say R. For sure. Let's go in then. We're going to start off with A, hopefully, because we should be in order.
Can't even think of a
Actually,
god
it's
with
the
R.
first one to get a change. Now, this one, a little bit different here, Pompon. It's a small change, but we're actually going to show it in-game as well, because what it is Flame Wave. We're going to increase the persist time of Flame Wave from 0.5 seconds to a whole 1 second. Pompon, what does that mean? And
I don't know
why
what that means.
do we need to show it in-game?
Yeah, so the players who don't know this,
I don't
most
know what
players
this
do,
means.
but most players who don't know this, you can actually combo Flame Wave and Noxious Fumes in a
2-1.
certain way.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
2-1. So if you throw that out,
Oh.
you can actually detonate that stun with the
Oh,
Flame Wave that you threw
that's
first.
what
And
they're
that's really good
doing.
at stunning people very quickly. But if your latency was a little bit
Got
high,
it.
even if it wasn't even high, if it was like 50, it was inconsistent, unreliable, and it actually made a difference that when players were at LAN, they had a
Interesting.
noticeable different experience with Agni than they did playing at home, and that's not something we want.
Okay.
Cool.
So we
That's
increased
actually
Flame Wave.
nice.
So Flame Wave, as you can see, you actually probably won't be able to see it, but essentially it'll persist for a little
It
bit
lasts
longer than it
longer.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that you have an extra 0.5 seconds to actually use Noxious Fumes.
That's
and get
really
Hold
big
up, quick
for
question for you
Agni.
here as well, right? That doesn't mean you can be hit twice by it, though, because it persists, right? Or
Nope,
3
if you got
times or
hit
4?
by it, you're going to get hit by it once. You
Okay.
can't walk in and out. You can't do the shake and bake.
Cool.
The other thing is it lasts a little bit
Okay.
longer, so that means if you walk into that field while it's out, there's a slightly longer period where you can get hit by it.
Gotcha.
But that shouldn't have too much of an impact.
Interesting.
On top of that as well. Anything to add there, AJ? I thought you were going to say something. Oh, he's back. AJ's mic's not. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
rip.
He said
Oh
the
yeah, it
travel
also
time as well.
yeah,
Sorry,
it also
that's what I
travels
said.
the same distance.
Okay.
Nothing's changed
That's
with the
interesting.
ability.
That's actually
it just
really
leaves a fire
interesting.
field a little
You
bit
could
longer so that
technically
you
now, I
can't use
think,
it
walk
and
into the
use it
Flame Wave
without
too,
having to be
which
on
is
super low
interesting.
latency.
Cool. Well, we'll see how that one works out for Agni this patch.
That
A
will
little
be
bit more of a buff,
interesting.
because obviously the 2
Chiron?
was there, but it was not that easy to confirm every single time. And even if you did, you know,
It looks like they had a
the
Chiron.
stun, not the damage as well. Now,
Maybe.
essentially both of them. Next up
Yep.
is C, where Pompon said his favorite change was.
Yes, this is the scene
Chiron.
that I was talking
No,
about.
it was, don't lie. Chiron fixed a rare issue where Chiron would revive even if he did not get a kill during his ultimate. So just a quick bug fix there on Chiron. An important bug fix.
Kind
as
of
well,
a big bug
but
fix.
fix nonetheless.
Kind
And
of
then
a
moving
big
on to
bug
The
fix.
God of Love is up next.
All right, the
and this is
Cupid
one we've
rework.
been talking about already, and there's a lot of things to go over with Cupid here. So what we'll do is we'll actually take you into game and go you through every
All
single one of
right,
the abilities.
let's settle in.
Just so you guys at home can see exactly.
Everybody
what's going on with
settle
Cupid.
in.
First of all, the passive Love Struck is still staying the same, Pompon, in some ways.
Yeah, it is. So let me do this really quick
Come on, Pon. Come on, Pon.
because I have to actually level up something to show the effect of it. So I had to do that first.
So for you guys
So-
at home, the
Give it
Love
to
Struck
me.
at the moment on the left-hand side, it's still going to take 8 of those hearts to be able to activate that for a bit additional effects, but the effects are different this time around.
Yeah, so Love Struck has been just kind of accommodated and the tooltip has been updated, but it basically functions the same way. You auto attack, you get hearts, and then you can spend hearts to get additional effects.
Gotcha. Now, as he's killing that bot and getting his hearts up, the first thing we'll mention is now Heart Bomb. These are the changes for it. We'll go back to them in the patch as well, but we've increased the cooldown of Heart Bomb from 10 seconds to 12 seconds, but we have also increased the radius of the Heart Bomb's explosion area from 20 to 30. That's a big area.
Whoa!
And not only that, you also saw the effects there as well that show where it's going to detonate around.
Yeah, so the big thing there is it basically functions the same. It has a slightly longer cooldown.
That's
but
a
because
big-ass
it hits a larger
circle.
area. And the important thing to note there with that is that it will now, if you hit the right minion,
Yeah.
you can actually hit the full wave with it now.
Cool. So it's actually increased its
Oh,
wave
wow.
count as well. And in team fights, it comes out
Whoa!
much larger area. With that, especially if it's a stun bomb as well, not just damage, but
That's
if you have
huge!
passive on, you still get a little
Huge!
stun on that ability. Next up
Man.
is Share the Love, which is
Okay.
his hearts, as we all know.
Yep.
And the big thing about this is it no longer consumes your passive.
Yep, it doesn't.
Oh, wow.
It interacts with your passive as much as I think it gives you healing
Right.
increase, but 2% per. but it now no longer actually takes any stacks to use.
Wow.
So to be clear, if you're on your 8 stacks, you will get a much better heal from this, but you won't consume.
Wow,
the big
that's
thing there
really
was a
strong
lot of players,
too.
like, they want to use this ability to heal up and to sustain themselves, but losing out on the stun on your 1 or your stun on your ultimate was a huge loss. So we have
Man.
And the next thing on the list for Cupid this week is going to be Flutter as well. It no longer provides attack speed when you cast Pom-Pom. However, it does provide passive attack speed now, going from 4 up to 20% of max rank, as well as the cooldown of Flutter has changed as well. It used to be 19 to 15, it's now 16 to 12, but it doesn't consume your passive.
Oh
so
my
you can see
god!
that I leveled it up per rank. I went from 1.29 to I think 1.48.
Oh my
so that is a 20%
god!
increase in what it does.
Yeah, for you guys at home,
What
20%
the freaking
OP? You don't
OP?
have to pop it or use it to get that attack speed increase there.
What is
Yep, if I use
happening?
it, I still have the same attack speed. When it falls off, I will still have the same attack speed. It's entirely
Holy
passive now.
freaking
It's a little
Cupid,
bit lower than
Batman!
it was, but you no longer
20%
have to
passive
use your
attack
escape
speed.
to trigger it,
Yeah,
which is pretty good. As well as there's one additional thing. Yeah, the cooldown also went down on this, so that you can actually use it more in the mid and late game.
That's
so
correct,
that when you
yeah.
actually have ranked it up, it will provide you with a more reliable.
Alright,
Just remind you the
we
cooldown
playing
for it.
Cupid
It used
every
to be
game,
19
man.
seconds at lowest rank up to 15 seconds at max rank. It's now 16 seconds in the early game and goes all the way down to 12 seconds in the later stages. So it functions a little bit more like all the other hunters in terms of it's there for escapability or gap close more than
Holy
an attack speed
crap.
buff as well. And then finally, Fields of Love did get a bit of a change here. We've changed, first of all, how this ability functions with Love Struck, and the Fields of Love now mesmerize enemies for 1.5 seconds when activated with less than 8 hearts. But when there is 8 hearts, it's now a mesmerize for 3 seconds.
Yeah, so the big thing here is we removed the stun component because the stun stacking was a little bit
Interesting.
awkward and weird. You were getting a 1-second stun from the 1, you had a stun and a mes effect on the ultimate, and so we've cleaned it up and we gave it a much more powerful mesmerize effect when you have it at full stacks. So you can see here if I ult these Odin bots with 7
Yeah, that was 7.
for the damage,
Small one.
and then if I go for the full stack one, which I need to spawn new Odins because I think they will have DR on them now. If I hit this one,
Yay!
much longer mes.
Much longer. And if you guys at home don't know what that is, that's Kumbhakana at max rank. Kumbhakana Yawn is that long of a mesmerize as well.
So
But it doesn't
basically, he's getting a lot of
stop.
changes with making the usage of Love Struck a little bit better, so that you can use the
Okay.
stats you want. The one's going to be more.
I feel
powerful
like the
with
other
spawn
changes
cooldown.
were
The
stronger
dash no longer is tied to your attack speed stem, so you can actually use your
than
attack
that
speed
one,
kinda just
but
all
that's
the
still
time instead of having
interesting.
to use your escape to use it.
His changes to his
and
other
just mainly
abilities were
cleaned up kind of how he
more-
plays and how he uses his
more
heart, so that it's a little bit
interesting,
more intuitive. It makes a little more sense, and it helps him out at various stages of the game.
Cupid
Just
is
scroll up at the bottom of
strong.
the screen there, production as well, just so they can reread through this in their own
Strong.
screen themselves. So
Help Ben has a Cupid.
Overall here, tooltip has been adjusted to accommodate the changes listed below. Heart bomb. Next up, increased cooldown from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. However, the increased radius of the heart bomb's explosion area from 20 to 30, and it's clearer to see with the new effects. Share the Love no longer consumes your love-struck hearts. At the same time as Flutter no longer gives you attack speed, it gives you passive attack speed. The scales up, and also
Passive
the cooldown is
attack.
lowered.
That Flutter change is
Finally, Fields of
huge,
Love is
dude.
now only a 1.5 second mesmerize, although if you have your love-struck passive, it'll be a 3-second mesmerize as well. Awesome.
Cool stuff.
After that, there's still more gods to come, and they're going to start things off next with Fafnir on the list. It's a bit of just a bug fix here with him. Fixed Griffin Dwarf Fafnir in Griffin form, not having his laugh audio.
Yeah, that's a
Huge
true
bug.
shame. When you're that
Unplayable.
giant thing, you want.
I was about to say, don't nerf Fafnir. He's
I'll
actually...
be very happy about that, sadly enough.
I don't know.
Next up is
They're not gonna
a
nerf
mid-lane
him the way they
god
need to.
that's not seen as much play as she used to. Isis. Well, Isis Dispatch, what's the main name of this pom-pom?
So the big thing is she was very dominant previously. She had a lot going for her. Her Wing Gust was clearing the wave pretty much instantly, especially when there was Purple Pot.
Yep.
Purple Pot largely enabled her to
Come
dominate
on!
the game pretty handedly.
Come on!
No one could really compete with her too much. And so we actually
Bring
toned
me
down
back
Wing
in the
Gust back
mid-meta.
then. And then we also later on hit Purple Pot's and I hit
Bring me
level 10.
back
So
in
the problem
the
that was
mid-meta,
causing her to be too strong that we nerfed her for has now been fixed, so we're reverting the previous nerf to bring her kind of back into the scene.
Of the previous nerf is 30% from Wingus is now going to 40% of scaling on that ability as well. So we should see a bit more play out of her again. A little bit more like she used to be.
Yeah, it's also important to note that because that ability has 4
That's
gusts,
40% scaling buff, dude.
Cool. Good opportunity there for Isis. And next up, another Icon.
Love it!
Izanami.
Love it!
What's the main aim with Izanami here?
So Izanami has been underperforming a little bit from where you'd want her to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
100% she's getting a
very
huge buff.
difficult. She has the auto attacks that you have to hit
Yeah,
twice.
because her
to
auto
get the
attacks are
full
terrible.
effect. She's very position
I'm
oriented.
going mid every game for the rest of the week.
Oriented,
Patch doesn't come through for a week.
And so we're doing
Never
a few
mind.
adjustments here
Next
to
week.
help her box a little bit more efficiently, kind of scale a little bit more efficiently, and then we're also fixing kind of a weird scenario that was happening. So we can go into those changes and I can talk about them kind of individually.
General, Izanami's basic attacks now deal 75% damage going out and 25% damage coming back towards her. It used to be 50.
That's actually nice.
25, so it's easy to get more of that damage off, and the base attack speed has also increased from 0.85 to 0.9.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
But also we have Fade Away as well. Izanami is now invisible to minions when she begins channeling Fade Away. Explain that one, Pom Pom.
So the Fade Away one is if you would damage someone, archers are hitting you, and then if you cast Fade Away and you leap, archers are still trying to hit you. And so if they fired an arrow before you left, before connected, you would be stealthed, and then you get hit by a stray arrow, and you'd be immediately unstealthed. So we fixed that, essentially. And it kind of adds... We fixed it, and it also adds an interesting option for her. She can kind of go in and fight into a minion wave, and then leave kind of immediately.
Okay.
So she has a little bit
That's
more energy,
interesting.
but this is mainly to get around a kind of weird
That's kind of funny,
interaction
though.
with her stealth and range.
Does she still take the damage from those minions, though?
No, she drops aggro completely. She's invisible to them.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, Izanami, little buffs there. We'll see how that works out for her. A little bit more front-ended on those basic attacks.
It's not that much for her, but we'll try it out. We'll try it out.
And we just
nerf her.
this god Pom-Pom.
Just nerf her again, dude.
So Nemesis.
Just nerf her ass again.
Nemesis.
Yes, Nemesis. So the big thing here, kind of before we go into this change, is she was a character that we buffed a lot. She was kind of struggling for a long time. And then we kept buffing, and then we also made a few other changes that were indirect buffs to her, which was...
Take her out of the game.
So that she... the characters who made use of it were kind of outboxing her, and
Yeah.
when they were kind of
Pawn.
level, she took off.
Yeah.
As well as we added Wrath, which is a stun, and that gave her an extra additional utility tool and clear, so she could also keep up with people a little bit better. And those two changes combined with the previous buff kind of put her into this new position of being really dominant in the meta. We kind of looked at where her strengths were, and that was mostly on the early game. She's kind of this late game hyper tank shredder, and she can kind of be a shot caller in the late game. But in the early game, she was doing that too effectively as well. And so the previous nerf was to her cooldown. Especially in the early game, it was a lot longer. We're doing a similar adjustment here towards her ultimate.
Well, let's have a look at the ultimate. And Divine Judgment is the only thing getting changed this patch. And it's going to be a damage reduced from 30 to 50. So 30 scaling to 50%. Target's health is now 20% to 40%.
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, we're also going to change the slow and movement speed. It's been decreased to 25% of all ranks.
The support dream.
Be 15,
Get out. Go away, Nam. Get the hell out of here. You gone. Peace out.
Yeah, so
get out my meta,
we
dude.
toned down the damage overall because it was providing a lot of shred
Get out.
full health targets. It also destroys protection, so that's kind of another form of damage.
Beautiful.
Target. As well as the slow in the early game was essentially a 50 movement speed swing. It was 50% movement speed swing because you took 25 away and you got 25%. So now we're closing that gap in the early game, so it's only a 30% swing. So this should tone down her early ganks a little bit more. They're still going to be effective. She's still going to be potent.
Fantastic.
But this should help players kind of react to her ganks a little bit more effectively.
Fantastic.
So that's enough for Nemesis to be brought back to where people wanted to be. Najar is the next one up, and we saw this a little bit earlier on, so we don't have to go over it too much, but it's the updated visual presentation of the printed circles on the ultimate.
Yeah, I'm really happy with
those. Those petals are on every single one
those
of
are cool.
gods of Najar's.
Gods,
yep,
yes.
They are.
Awesome.
Cool.
Next up is the one I was looking forward to. Raijin.
Yeah, Raijin.
What's happening to Raijin, Pom-Pom?
Oh, this is the R. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, did you not realize?
I totally forgot, and so I thought thinking you were talking about the next one. Like, why is that super hyped to you?
No. This is.
Yeah, so Raijin is very good in the early game of bullying, and he has very good burst on his Raijin Thunder Crash combo.
They're nerfing him.
So we're directly hitting the Raijin Thunder Crash combo.
And here is the changes. Raiju reduced the damage from 80 to 260, is now going to be 60
oh
to
my
220. So it's about a 40 late game, 20 early game change there, as well as increase the magical power
my goodness.
from 70 to 85%.
Oh, that has been changed. That actually isn't happening.
That's not happening? So it's still
That is not happening.
Okay. Just so I know. So that bit's not on there. I'm assuming the patch notes don't.
Yes.
Yes, it's just going to be a overall damage reduction there. No scaling changes at all. And Thunder Crash as well. This one is the one with the scaling, sorry.
Jeez.
Not as bad as Pom-Pom, though, because he makes more mistakes than me. It's going to be reduced scaling of
They
the thunder
just...
damage from Thunder Crash from 40% to 20%.
Yes, so
that's a
overall,
lot of nerf.
Thunder Crash is getting a damage reduction in how it scales into the late game. as well as the Raiju is going to just be dealing less damage overall through all stages of the game. And the big
That's
thing
a
there is
huge
when he's
nerf.
building like the red pot or not red potion, red buff in the early game. He has like maybe pen boots or cooldown boots on. His combo is going to be dealing significantly less.
Yeah, a bit less of a tone down on Raiju.
Wow.
And then next up, we've still got 2 more gods to go, but the next one is going to be Ratatoska, and this is more of a bug fix than anything. Ratatoska, during through the Cosmos, will now go the proper distance when cancelling this ability at maximum range.
Hey, thank you.
We've also fixed the radius being listed incorrectly on the tooltip as well.
Yep.
Jolly good.
We have fixed things about it.
And the final god to be balanced this patch, what do you think it is, Palm?
Well, it is definitely after R.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Great start, great start.
It's probably a guardian of some form.
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe an earthly form.
It is an earthly god.
But it's not pure rock.
Well, it's Terra.
It's Terra.
She getting
First thing I'll
nerfed,
say is the
dude.
passive on this god had a bit of a fix this patch. We fixed this where the bonus damage was being calculated as true damage. Naughty. She's not supposed to do damage because it is.
Yeah, not true damage.
But we're also going to be changing Crushing
you
Earth.
said?
It used to have a slow field, well, it has a slow field on it at the moment between the standing stones. We're actually just going to remove that pop-up.
Yeah, so this kind of goes
It
with
makes it a little bit harder to hit.
kind of the theme of the
It
nerfs that we're
shows
going
her.
for.
Yep.
She brings a lot of utility to your team. She has the ultimate, which is global and heals
Okay.
and cooldown reduction and everything. She also has a lot of lane pressure. She can set up a lot of kills.
It does
really
make that a
easily.
bit harder
If
to
she-
hit.
If you get caught in that wall crush on her, and then she can dash into a monolith and root you, you're going to be seriously hurt for a very long time.
Yeah.
And when we kind of reduced the firing time on it so people could close out a little bit
quicker.
sooner, we still have the slow
Alright.
field on it, and the slow field made it a little bit too free for people to get hit. So we're removing that slow field so people have a little bit more opportunity to get out of it. And then the other changes coming up we'll also talk a little bit about.
And here we
Other
go.
changes.
Next one up is going to be the monolith. The 3 ability root duration decreased from 1.5 seconds to only 1 second this time. Main reason for that, just
again, it's that combo.
Maybe
It's
that
the
can
if
change,
you're in the laning phase and you get wall crushed,
Rip
into a
me,
monolith,
dude.
that's a lot of damage. It's a lot
That
of control
sucks.
on you. We're just kind of toning that back down a little bit so that it's not so much of a kind of free kill or not so much free.
33%
and finally,
CC
the last
duration
thing on
there.
Terra that's also going to get changed this patch, a cooldown increase from
Oh!
Ultimate of Terra's Blessing. A cooldown increase from 90
Alright.
seconds.
Other
now
teams
goes
can
to
have
110
Terra.
starting and scales down to 90 seconds.
You guys can
Actually,
have
it's
Terra. I'll
effective.
play something
So
else.
late game is still going to be as effective as it was.
Yeah, so it's just going to take.
I'll
a little
play
longer in the early
something
game. At
else.
the late game stages, it's going to be as useful as it is. Her ability to provide global presence to her team, especially in the early game, was just a little bit too much, and so we're turning that back down. So the whole nerfs overall is passive is a
Peace
fix.
out.
We reduce some of her lane control, and we reduce some of her global control. So she's not going to be as powerful in the early game at setting up kills. She'll still be able to contribute to her team really effectively, but it's just toned down.
Well, there you have it. That's all the patch notes there with the items and balance changes
Well,
of the gods as well.
that
We'll
is
start the Q&A
something.
at the end, and we may be able to get one
That
or two
will
questions in there as
be
well. # Smite patch if you want to send
something,
questions in.
man.
We'll try and
Well,
get to them this week
the
as
only
well.
thing that really
Look back,
matters,
obviously, once they
the big thing that matters here is that Cupid is going to be crazy strong. Terra got nerfed. Then we had some nice item changes. The reinforced shoes are crap. Nobody's picking them up anymore. Go back to your Talaria boots and supports. Go back to your damage boots and tax me boots and all that good stuff. Don't worry about those anymore. Witchblade is still good though, so you still want to pick up your Witchblade. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much the deal. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out to the patch notes. Thank you for watching. I hope to see everybody tomorrow. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a Twitch day, y'all. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-boo. The final countdown.